Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson alongside. David Aldridge is with us from the floor tonight. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Karl Anthony Towns.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. Cam Whitmore is out there with Banchero. Then there's Champ. Then it's Alperen Sengun. And it's Crawford at the 2. And for Minnesota, Williams is out there with Trayce Jackson-Davis. Then it's Connect. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Buffkin in at the point. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting. There's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
Well, not too long ago, MP has been very outspoken about them needing to win on the road. He feels like that's the ultimate test of this team, that if they can do that, they can pretty much do anything.
Well, becoming a great road team doesn't just happen overnight, even if MP would like it to. I think they've accomplished as much as you can expect in the time they've had to work. I'm curious to see if they build on that here.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Such a wide open look.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Screen by Sengun. Champ's shot is on. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Pass to Connect. Sinks the three-pointer.
Oh, nice read there from Edwards. He's all for sharing the wealth.
As a junior college product, Dalton Connect, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee, and there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
And here's Edwards after the three-pointer from Champ. Edwards kicks to Williams. Here's Buffkin. 11-point game his last outing. Misses from close range.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Champ, the pass to Banchero. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And that's how you execute in transition. Love Banchero's approach in those situations.
Here's Buffkin. And the three off target. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Champ. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. Champ's got 8 points. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Trailing by 5. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And tonight, I expect them to play better offensively, try to get some closer looks.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Oh, here's Edwards. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
And a big part of that was his aggressiveness, drawing contact, and getting to the line.
Here's Champ. They lead by 7. Back to Crawford. Fires from deep. Rebound by Williams.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Williams, a screen on Şengün. And Champ gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Team's changing it up here.
Stops out there.
54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Champ. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Boom, he jams it straight down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Off on the layup.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Sensible. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Champ. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. But Timberwolves on top. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Whitmore. Then there's Bell. Then there's Champ. And it's Wesley in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Towns. It's hauled in by Sensible. Minnesota leading by 7. Here's Spencer. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Rockets shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Here's Champ. He's guarded by Williams. Champ, the pass to Towns. Towns, the screen. Champ. There's 3-pointers off the mark. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against Cleveland. There's Williams with the 3. At this time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Champ, the pass to Towns. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Champ, in their last matchup against the Cavaliers, played phenomenal basketball. He contributed 51 points, and his passing was a cut above, with a ton of assists on the night. A fantastic performance for him. Something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Here's Claxton. Whitmore defending. Pass to Spencer. From outside, off the mark. Rockets trail by 3. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Whitmore. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Whitmore's got his first 3 points of the game.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
to Spencer. It's Wesley on the wing. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Minnesota's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's Sensabaugh. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Spencer's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Champ. Minnesota with the rebound. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid a blowout.
If they can clean up the turnovers and make better decisions, it should be a much closer game this time around.
The shot by Williams, no good. And here are the Rockets. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Champ, the pass to Wesley. Now Whitmore. A three-pointer off the mark.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Here's Spencer. Still scoreless. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
We've got a timeout call by Taylor Jenkins. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Şengün's checked in for Houston. Banchero comes in for Cam Whitmore. To the inside, Towns fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
Pass to Edwards. Here's Jackson Davis. Şengün covering.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by Houston.
Screen by Şengün. Picks it out to Banchero. Here's Champ. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
And you look at Edwards. He's received the 4th most votes in the West. If the All-Star game were today, he'd be starting.
And that's the way it should be. As dynamic as he's been this season, it wouldn't be right if he wasn't a part of that starting lineup.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. Bucket is good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Pass to Williams. Here's Connect. To the middle. Here's Edwards. Edwards making a statement.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Screen by Şengün. Shots good by Champ. Champ's got 18 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Connect with it. 6 points for him. Pass to Edwards. Launches it. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Getting comfortable in the second quarter. His efficiency is finally on the rise.
And here's Banchero. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Pass to Edwards. And Champ gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in. And he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Williams against Banchero. And here is Williams. 17 points for him last game against San Antonio. On the clock. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Champ. He's got 21. Over in the corner, Banchero. Over Williams. And it's Banchero missing.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And there it is for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to connect. Seconds left now here in the second. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Champ. He's got 23. Lays it up off the glass. And it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And so it's Houston with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Hey everybody, first off, let's take a gander at what's been happening on the trading block.
I really like the acquisition. Allen has shown so much development. Limited skill set coming out of college, but he's put that work in. Right.
All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Timberwolves. And that's all for us. Now it's...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
They've got Edwards. Connect out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Trayce Jackson-Davis. And it's Pumpkin in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 6. Pass to connect. Off target with his 3.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Now, here's Banchero. Edwards defending. The Timberwolves shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Crawford with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero. The grind of the NBA season wears on, but what a pleasure this year is turning out to be. Let's check out the West and see how the standings look. Taking a look at Minnesota, they've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And of course, Houston, they're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
And I think for the Rockets, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw tonight.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make kind of kickstart and kind of wake them up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
Knecht with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Knecht's got his third bucket of the night.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Champ. It's deflected, and they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Timberwolves shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight. Timberwolves trail by 13. Taking a look at the Rockets. We've got Trey Murphy. Downs is out there with Alperen Sengun. Then there's Champ, and it's Wesley in at the shooting guard position. Claxton with it, now guarded by Towns. Simpson, no good. And for Houston, their shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Champ, the pass to Towns. With some arc, and no good. Great D that time from Portis. The Timberwolves shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Pass to Claxton. Poked away. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Champ. Cans it from downtown. Champ's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Houston. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Rockets?
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Man's checked in. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Spencer. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Mann. 5 on the clock. Timberwolves passing it around. Lets it go from deep. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Champ. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Portis. Here's Spencer. Portis the screen. That's good by Sensabaugh.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Wesley with the ball. Here's Champ. Free throw line jump shot. Rebound Minnesota. Portis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Spencer the pass to Portis. Portis a screen on Towns. Here's Sensabaugh. And the rejection by Towns. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Both teams deciding to change it up. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He tore into his guys. He said, your body language is awful right now. You don't even look like you want to play right now. Should I sub in for you? Where's the drive to win? Guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Champ. Pass to Towns. Here's Champ. The 3. Another miss by Houston.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep.
Got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Here's Champ. Good on the three-point shot. Champ's got 8 here in the quarter.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Outside Edwards. Crawford against Williams. Pass to Jackson Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Crawford. Releases from the wing and drills it. And the Rockets lead by 19.
In the second half, we've seen him refocus his shooting. Much fewer wasted possessions.
Bufkin, he drains the quick shot. Bufkin's got 14 points now in the second half.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Here's Champ. The fader. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Champ's got 37.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Bufkin. They get it again. The kick out to Williams. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Champ. Good, nice job down low. Champ's got 39.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Cam Whitmore. When you compare, Richard, the NBA to the other major sports leagues, you have to be proud of the way things are run.
The NBA is a global league that focuses on global expansion, more so than any other major sport in the United States. And when it comes to the players, there isn't a league that treats their players better.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Inside, and finished off by Williams.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
There's 1:38 left in the game. Here's Champ. Minnesota with the rebound.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Rockets.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Champ.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Champ. And Spencer pulls it down. Another steal. Shot's good by Champ. Champ's got 43 points.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins, they're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
A nice shot by Spencer. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. Shot's good by Champ. Champ's got 46 points.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Here's Spencer, defended by Towns. So we see Houston taking the W here. A solid win.